So first things first, happy Halloween weekend. Stay safe, whatever you're doing. Don't do anything too crazy. For this video, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about 5 interesting PlayStation 5 and PlayStation stories. And if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it. And as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to go over for this video includes PlayStation Mobile news, backwards compatibility for PSVR 2, a PlayStation 5 title gets 4K 120 support or 1440p 120 support, PS Now's possible November titles, and PlayStation's new publishing platform. First, what did you rate the recent state of play out of 10? There was a lot of discussion surrounding the show, mainly focused on how kind of meh the show was, which I generally agree with. I'd probably give the show a 5 out of 10, but that's just me. What would you guys rate it? So comment below, what would you rate the recent state of play out of 10? Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the first story of the video, PlayStation's new publishing platform. So this past week we saw Sony switch its publishing name for games they have on PC. On Steam, the publisher for their titles switched from PlayStation Mobile to PlayStation PC LLC. This switch had a lot of controversy for some reason, and people are still talking about it now. When I first saw this, I thought, okay, Sony, I guess, are taking PC more seriously than I thought, but really, they already have been. They have Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy, Horizon Zero Dawn, Death Stranding, Days Gone, God of War, etc. They're all on or going to PC sometime soon. I wouldn't be surprised if Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us 2 are next sometime in the next year or so, which by then would make those two games 2 years old. Seeing this still doesn't make me think Sony is going to release new games day and day. It seems to be 2 or more years later then the game drops on PC. My only worry with this going forward is that I hope this doesn't limit anything for Sony first party developers when trying to get games running on various spec'd out PCs. I don't want the next Horizon or the next God of War or the next big PlayStation 5 title to be limited in some fashion because they have a planned PC release later. I personally don't think this will be the case. I think Sony first party will make their games for PlayStation 5 however they want and take advantage of the PlayStation 5, and then whatever the PC requirements end up being, that's what they'll be. But that's just my personal thought. Now diving into the second story of the video, PlayStation Now November. Deal Labs, the same people who have accurately leaked PlayStation Plus titles for months now, have come to state that Mafia, the definitive edition, and Celeste are coming to PlayStation Now next month. While this is a rumor, these guys have been on point for a while now, so I think this might be what we're getting, and if that's the case, this is not bad. Mafia, the definitive edition was great when I played through it. I'm a Mafia fan, so I couldn't wait to play, but for those of you who haven't played it yet, it's a solid remake in my opinion, so give it a chance if you haven't. I haven't played Celeste, but looking around, a lot of positive things have been said from what I've seen, so that's another plus. These are just 2 games, however, PlayStation Now usually gets a few games added each month, so I'm wondering what else is being added for November. But you guys let me know if you've played Mafia the Definitive Edition yet or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the third story of the video, PlayStation VR 2 backwards compatibility. So this story is very exciting to me and I hope it's true. Reading from PlayStation Universe, Sony's upcoming PlayStation VR 2 headset will reportedly be backwards compatible with PSVR games according to verified Reset era tipster The Nexus. This is despite previous reports that the new PSVR headset won't play titles from Sony's original virtual reality device. However, given that Sony is dishing out 3 PSVR games with the PS Plus November 2021 lineup, it would make sense that PSVR 2 is able to play legacy content. So this is what I was personally thinking as well already. If Sony is pushing out PSVR titles for PlayStation Plus, they could be trying to build a small library for people when PSVR 2 comes out. You'll already have games to play out of the box. You don't have to buy more games right away to use the system. Also, on the PlayStation blog, when they announced this PSVR Plus edition or the situation for November, Sony stated this: starting in November, PlayStation Plus members will get 3 PSVR bonus games for no extra charge. So the word starting sounds like this is going to be an ongoing thing. I'm not confirming that or anything. I'm just saying, why not just say in November, PlayStation Plus players will get 3 additional PSVR games instead of saying starting in November, which sounds like the beginning of something. Either way, I hope this is true. I've been holding out on playing some PSVR titles, hoping I can play them on PSVR 2. Hopefully we get some information sometime next year. Now diving into the fourth story of the video, PS5 4K120 update. So the story here revolves around Sony's recently announced PlayStation Plus title, Knockout City. Sony reveals on the PlayStation blog the following: PS5 players will have the choice of playing in higher resolutions or frame rates thanks to a new option in the settings menu. In quality mode, you'll get the best of those enhanced visuals running in native 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. In performance mode, the game will run at 1440p, upscaled to 4K, with frame rates up to 120 frames per second on supported TVs and monitors. So Knockout City is another game on PlayStation 5 that will support 120 frames per second. Usually when you see 120 frames per second support, the resolution it's matched with is 1080p, but here we have 1440p upscaled to 4K. Again, this is one of those moments where I assume monitor gamers want 1440p native support on PlayStation 5 instead of having it super sample at 1080p. Hopefully, things change in the near future for 1440p support. Now, diving into the final story of the video, PlayStation Mobile news and Sony is going aggressive. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, following the publication of Sony's latest quarterly results on Thursday, Executive Deputy President and Chief Financial Officer Hiroki Totoki discussed the recent studio acquisitions and the company's plans to continue growing its development capabilities. To further strengthen our software development capabilities, we announced the acquisition of Firesprite in September and Bluepoint Games this month, he said. Both companies have excellent technical capabilities and superb track records, and they have contributed to the development of many of our game software titles. Going forward, we plan to leverage these studios to increase the development capability of PlayStation studios and to use the expertise necessary to deploy games to PC and mobile devices. As a result of the acquisitions announced since the beginning of this fiscal year, the number of PlayStation studios will increase by 4 to 16, and the number of developers will increase by almost 20%. We plan to continue to aggressively invest in our development capability going forward. So the point of aggressively investing can be taken in two ways. One, they plan to buy more studios, which I think we've heard them say that already. And two, they want to expand their currently owned studios, which we've seen them do based off job listings. So it's pretty much expanding on all fronts, which results in more PlayStation titles. And of course, I'm all for that. The interesting part here, though, is noting mobile devices. I really hope PlayStation's first-party studios are not touching mobile devices. They're not working on it. Maybe they can consult on it, but don't work on it. I thought the approach was to work with existing mobile dedicated studios. Let's see how this goes, because Nix's was bought for PC ports, so I think with all the job postings from PlayStation Mobile, I think they're creating their own thing there and not, pushing this mobile approach on PlayStation first party. But you guys let me know, do you play mobile games yourself or not? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the PlayStation growth continues. Obviously, this is relating to, Sony buying more studios and expanding their current studios. If you're excited for all of that, destroy the comment section with the PlayStation growth continues. And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one. Stay safe this weekend.